Hello, everyone. Let me let me get my phone real quick, and I'll share out the stream. I'll be back. I'll be back. Do, 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 do. Actually, no. I'll just leave that light on. Okay. Do 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 do. Let me plug it up so that my phone doesn't die because I do a terrible job of managing my phone's battery. So, how is everyone tonight? Might put on some music in a second. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Do 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 do. So, community talk days are essentially supposed to go back to how I originally started to stream. It was literally just talking to everyone. So, community talk days are kind of going back to that form. I enjoy more laid back environments and just having a whole bunch of conversations going on at the same time. Let me do this. Do 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 do. Okay. Do 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 do. Just putting it on the all the discords. Boop. It's your just small little community talk day. If no one shows up, that's okay too. It'd just be a rather sad 2 hours for me. Oh no. How could this have been prevented? The answer is not to be stupid like me. I'm going to try and get some music going, but I'm going to have to download a few songs real quick. So let me get this. Okay. Dang it. Hit my mouse. Hey, Travis, how are you? Great, it's your favorite BFFF, Travis, parentheses, help. Hello. How are you today? Today is going to be a rather chill community talk day. I know that a lot of people wanted the old podcast to come back, and this is kind of my way of doing that, but not really committing to a podcast. So, So that is one of the things that we kind of have going. How are you doing today, Travis? Very happy to have you here. It's gonna be a little awkward trying to get music up. I could just do audio tab and have it on YouTube. I could just do that. I'm okay, but there's some family stuff going on, but I'm better. Lamau, how are you? My family came in today. Hi, Parker. Hi, Parker. My family came in today, and essentially they bought me a few groceries, like your typical frozen food. And they bought me like 4 pounds of beef, and I went ahead and sanctioned into four different proportions, and then put them in the freezer and stuff. And I had tacos, so that was great. I was very happy to have tacos. I ran out of tortillas though, so I had to do the awkward thing of just eating the meat by itself with cheese. um, then, um, I had like a very fun recording session with Warren last night. Um, and I'm not going to disclose what exactly we were doing, but it lasted until like midnight. It was more than 2 hours worth of footage, which is pretty funny. I won't lie. Hold up. Do do do. Um. I'm just trying to find music that I would actually really like to listen to while also having it in the background. That is copyright free. Okay. At least that's going. Do do do. You love tacos, and that sounds like a lot. Parker's into chat. Oh, okay. Howdy, how's it going? It's going great. I'm trying to get music going, so it's not just my voice and just an empty void of noise. Um, the problem is it'll be like a little bit before I can do that. A little bit. But today's been pretty good. Yes, in the chat currently. Nice job, Parker. Thank you for joining us. Um, one of the things I was doing earlier, we passed a resolution at my college, and essentially we're stating our opposition for a certain bill. So I've been writing that, and lost track of time. I was originally going to start this at 6, and it was not 6 when I started. It was not 6, and the scary part is that this is actually being sent to Senate members and judiciary members and our college representatives. So, yeah. And it has my name plastered on it. and that is a little scary, you know? I'm sending essentially, I hate your work. Here's my name. I'm a math education major at this college. I don't know. Like that's the scary part about politics, but also at the same time, they're trying to release a really stupid policy. And I was like, no, this can't pass. We can't let this pass. Gee, sounds like it. Oh no, it's a little nerve wracking. Because I'm used to having a I don't really leave a digital footprint. I really don't like having that. Like obviously Grey Wonder XD, it has its own digital footprint because you can even find the post I made about Cuddle. But the problem is you can't connect the channel to my actual like name and stuff like that. But the problem is recently, and this is like a very weird thing. Recently Google keeps on connecting the Grey Wonder XD channel to my personal Facebook. And so I was like, okay, if it's gonna do that, I might as well post some of my music on my own Facebook, I guess. Um, but it's kind of scary when you think about it. It is somewhat scary. Politics are for losers, dog. I mean, like, the main thing is we can all state that, but the problem is, even if we have our own personal feelings about it, if no one really pays attention to it, nothing ever really gets done except for the people that do care. So you have like stupid policies that allow people to get harmed easier, just fly under the radar and no one says anything. Someone has to be the loser. I hate to break it to you. I already took that draw. I'm already a math education person, so that sort of thing. So being the loser helps a lot, you know. Because I honestly care a lot about the people at my college. I don't want anyone to get hurt unnecessarily and stuff like that. And I feel passionately enough. I feel like I'm not how should I put it? So withdrawn from the issue. Like I'm at least educated in terms of it, and I feel like I'm moderate. But even within my moderation, I'm like, no, this is really stupid. That sort of thing. I'll flat out say it's about guns. It is about guns. Uh, yeah, I'll just go ahead and give the spiel about it. It's called Senate Bill 10, and it allows concealed carry into higher education institutions, and essentially, it is one thing to have concealed carry on the campus and blah blah blah. But the problem is it also allows it into daycare facilities, events and stadiums that exceed 1,000 people, hazardous laboratories, disciplinary hearings and proceedings. That means if a Title IX was happening, someone could be straight up strapped, packing heat. um, all you have to have is a valid and current license to conceal carry. But the problem is we're also a constitutional carry state. So once you're 21, you basically are allowed to concealed carry. So anyone above 21 can concealed carry in hazardous laboratories, events that exceed 1,000 people, all sorts of things. Um, any place that is not technically owned by the college themselves, they can also do that. They didn't think this one through, did they? They did not. They did not. They think, you know what? Kids with Guns by Gorillaz is my favorite song, and they lost the whole meaning. They're like, you know what? We have enough examples of Virginia Tech and Columbine, and we're still going to do this policy because if the good guys don't have guns, the bad guys do. But the main thing is the good guys can also just be arbitrarily vigilantes. Like, don't get me wrong, I believe people should have the right of self defense, but I do believe that we should have non lethal options first, not give a bunch of people guns or allow them the ability to just carry guns. Because it takes one person to accidentally not have their safety on. And just trust me, I worked as an RA at this campus. People don't know how to clean their room. Imagine them cleaning a pistol. That's pretty scary when you think about it. They can't even do their laundry. So, like, don't get me wrong, we are adults at this point as we attend higher education, but it's a scary thought because, yes, someone at some point can be mentally stable enough to get a concealed carry permit, but the problem is everyone has a bad day. I know I've had a bad day, and of course I don't go like gung ho, screw it, everything, and blah blah blah. But I'm also not the vast majority of people. People get hot headed. People put their egos first before anything else, and you insult one person's mother, and bam, something bad could happen. So, to me, I would consider myself pretty educated in gun laws and pretty moderate, but I just don't believe it's necessary for a small campus I live in, you know? Yeah, that could make a bad situation worse. Yeah, it truly can. Not just that, RAs are not super well trained to handle those type of situations, and we're supposed to be like first responders in terms of depression or suicide watch. Uh, just imagine someone having a really bad day, and that can be really scary, you know? Um, so I don't know, like, for me personally, I don't really feel happy about this sort of inclusion. And personally, I just feel like it's inappropriate because we don't really need a gun in these places. Like, I can understand a little bit of having concealed carry on, like, a, in certain locations, but come on. It's a little much. It sometimes just makes zero sense, and it's just more political agenda being forced into places rather than, oh yeah, this is for the students. They didn't care about the students. They didn't care about the students. They're like, man, one could just get shot accidentally as they sit down in a chair because they forgot to turn the safety off. And the funny part is, my campus is actually pretty like laid back about guns already. We have a pioneer shooting club that teaches people how to responsibly fire firearms, and the guns are stored with public safety, right? So it makes zero sense for us to need this because we already have something like that. And the bill also forces the colleges to spend money on metal detectors and armorers and people that actually will work certain areas to make sure if you're in an area without concealed carry permit, you will get caught. But that costs more than $500,000 for each campus. Money that could be going just towards making sure that kids that have extremely destitute financial situations get through college. And I think that's the scary part. Guns are scary, especially when you accidentally shoot yourself in the balls. That could be very well possibilities. I actually had a neighbor. Believe it or not, they were They were cleaning their pistol and forgot to check the chamber. And they went to put it back in the holster and accidentally pulled the trigger and shot through their thigh, their knee, and then their shin. And a helicopter had to land in our field to get him to the hospital because he was losing blood super fast. He shot through like 2 arteries. Like, it was really crazy. It just shows you how like damaging guns are, but if they're used responsibly, okay. But the problem is not every person's responsible. The main thing is so close. Yeah. He lost a third, I think more than a third of his entire body's blood. And it's kind of scary when you think about it. Of course, like I'm just speaking about my college because I know my college. I don't know about the other universities or anything of that sort. In fact, I know very little about them, and thus I'm just not going to talk about them because that's talking out my butt, you know? But what I do know, my phone went off. Let me see what's going on. But it's just crazy. It's just so crazy. Oh gosh, so close. People are such idiots. People aren't careful with them. Well, the main thing is people are not careful around them because they've been around them very often, right? There's people that it's like, I've had this gun for a super long time. And thus, they just get reckless with it. The main thing is people that are properly trained and are rather trustworthy with firearms are people that always act like it's loaded even when they know it's not. And that's one of the bigger pictures that a lot of people don't understand. So I don't know. It's one of those crazy little aspects that is very, very rough. Because on one hand, I understand people being pro guns, but also I understand people feeling very uncomfortable by them. So I don't know. That's what's been going on in my life, and it's rather crazy. I won't lie. It's a little ridiculous. Actually, I did stupid. If I really want to capture the music, I need to do this. Do do do. Let me fix this, by the way. There we go. I don't know. It's one of those things where we don't really value the safety of the people in general. And these are a bunch of people that are highly disconnected from the student population as a large, but they're making rules and legislation that basically states, yeah, we think this is a good idea. No. No one thinks it's a good idea. Play some sweet tunes? I am. I am. But that's been my last couple of days. Like last weekend, I stopped everything I was doing just to make sure I did a resolution on it. So that is something I think about. Other than that, I'm super happy about the channel right now. I'm just super happy that I actually have a streaming schedule, which I don't know if everyone saw it. I put it on the Discord for sure. But I imagine by now, everyone has potentially muted the Discord, which is kind of sad, but eh. I don't blame some people because I hate it when I get constant notifications. Loving to sweet tunes. Yeah, I don't like guns. They're scary. I'm neutral with them, but I much rather like in a situation in which I'm in a self-defense situation, I much rather fight against someone with a knife than a gun. Because a gun, you can't really charge them because they just can shoot you at range. With a knife, they have to at least get prepared or something. I don't know. I just don't understand why we think, let's give the good guy a gun. That's the right idea. It's always the idea that we pick. Because there are some good people, and there's probably good people that are trained with firearms. The problem is, I don't believe that's the vast majority of our students. And that's just my opinion. Boop. So one of the fundamental ideas is, no matter what, someone has to pay attention. Someone has to pay attention to these sort of rules. Because the vast majority of people really don't care. It doesn't really affect their everyday life until it's right on their doorstep. Because there could be a lot of really stupid rules and laws that kind of get passed by, and you won't really know until the day they're like enacted. And it's like, wow, this is a stupid rule. And it's like, well, it's already here. And then all you have to do is just do that. Concerning how many college students are mentally ill, yeah. One of the topics that we brought up was mental illness. Because there are a good portion of students that are mentally ill on our campus. I would say the vast majority of universities and the vast majority of just colleges in general have an epidemic of depression and various other psychological disorders. So you give individuals that have not really breached the barrier between understanding themselves and are somewhat miserable as they go to learn who they are as a person, and you just allow them the ability to have a gun, that's a little stupid. Not just that, it leads to more precarious situations being a lot more detrimental and scary. Like, you have to consider every situation life-threatening whenever you get called up in the middle of the night. So, I don't know. Not a very good idea. Not a good idea whatsoever. Someone has to be vigilant. Because I can tell you right now, the vast majority of students, they're focused on their studies. Unless they're a political science person, they're not going to care. That's just simply how it is. The only reason why I care is because I just want to do community service and help the general student body. And it's very stupid when you think about that. I'm just a dude that plays video games online, wants to teach like high schoolers math. I have to tell someone that has dedicated their entire life to politics, please don't do this. It's pretty funny when you think about it. I just find it so funny. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But this is the world we live in. I don't know. That's one of those things where it opens the floodgates too. So like, if a college campus advertises that is pro concealed carry, hold up. I don't want a song with actual words. No. This is fine. I agree. It's ridiculous that people are doing nowadays. It's even worse to know that people are apathetic to it as well. Well, yeah, everyone gets to the opinion. It's like, well, it doesn't matter because people are going to do it anyways. Well, pardon my French, but no crap. People are going to do it anyways. The whole reason why it's illegal is to prevent them from doing it. And if they do it, there's repercussions. There's consequences. That's the whole reason why it's illegal. It doesn't matter if Jim Bob has a fucking concealed carry. If it's illegal, if he gets caught, there's repercussions. That's the point. And then there's people that are like, I honestly don't care. I'm like, that's cool. That is absolutely fine. But hear me out. This is kindly stupid. If you really put into perspective. I don't know. This is what I've been dealing with. This is what I've been dealing with for the last 2 weeks. And I've been having to work off deadlines and stuff like that. And this is just an extracurricular, like, sort of thing I'm doing. This is not like, something that I have to do for a job or class or anything of the sort. This is just on my free time. I've been under the impression that God let the South Park writers direct the last few years. Yeah. God was like, now, I'm a big fan of you guys. So, I'm going to let you just write the future for the next couple years. And if it works out, I'll give you full reign. You'll be my left and right man. I don't want a lyric song. I wish I can replay. People nowadays seem so heavily Flanderized. Yeah. Hello, Frozen. How are you? We've been talking politics for the last couple 36 minutes. I love South Park. Why am I not happy with the world? Well, the problem is South Park is meant to be satirical and a parody of real life. Gosh darn it, another lyric song. But I love South Park too, but it's meant to show the extremes of the human condition. How ridiculous people can be. How Billy Mitchell seems normal comparatively. I don't think you want to get me political. That's fair. That is absolutely fair. All I have to mention is Andrew Jackson. Bam. Frozen's like, oh, he triggered me. Royalty free. Yep. The problem with royalty free music, you also have to rely on randomness. Because I'm tired of getting copyright strikes on videos, because I'm literally playing Persona 5 and the music of Persona 5 is copyrighted, so I get a copyright claim. South Park is sometimes funny to watch, not fun to live. Exactly. Triggered. I know, I could probably... How about this? Let me... for a second, turn off the music. Can I just do... Do you have your own playlist? Well, I used to, until I had to revert back to Windows 10, delete all of my music. I mean, I can let me see if I can re-download it. Because if I can re-download it, that would be great. Because I don't want to just work off random songs. Like, the first two songs were okay. I really enjoyed them. Let me go on OneDrive. I kind of backed up a lot of my stuff there. Personal items. I only backed up the songs I made. Of course I did. Of course. Why did I do that? How about this? Let me just do... Gosh darn it. Let me fix it. Okay. There we go. It would be funny to watch Kanye not get the fish sticks joke. Yeah. How's your day been? I took a 4-hour nap after I left your place. You probably need that nap. Hopefully next time I have enough money to buy an air mattress so you could just sleep on the air mattress. I am so sorry about that. I wasn't expecting to have guests, but also I'm like, but we want to do this. That's why I kindly offered the bed. Speaking of Persona, yep. I still love Persona's music, okay? Like, that's the one thing I really enjoy because it captures, like, a feeling. Because you could take out the lyrics beneath the mask and it's still a really good song. No, what I meant was play your songs. Oh, I could do that. Well, I have to re-download all of them. Let me do that real quick while I do that. Do. I have to go on OneDrive and download everything. Because I thought I backed up all my music files, but it turns out that was not the case. What songs do I already have downloaded? Let me check. I have Just Collapse already. Where Did the Passion Go? Surface Value. And that's it right now. Let me try and get the other songs. Let me try and get all this. Anything else? I think that's... I'll go and read down Blissful Dream, Good Vibes. I Am a Mess. Learn to Let Go. Lever Somersaults. I'm not going to re-download Nowhere Fastville. I'm just not going to. And I'll go ahead and do Who Has Time for Tears. Let me open up the folder. Okay. I'll go ahead and close that one. Just remove for a second. Yes. Let me put back the original application I was doing. And we'll do just collapse already. We'll do just collapse already, and oh, this is the beta version. Wait a second. This is the beta version. So this is not even the song that's on YouTube. I backed up my beta version. I also play it. Why not? I didn't mean to have that sound so pushy, by the by. Oh, no worries. No worries whatsoever. It was a blast, no complaints. Thank goodness, because I felt so bad. I'll be going soon. I plan to have my Minecraft stream delayed a bit so that Angry could join in later. Oh, heck yeah. Angry Wig. Me and Parker are making a podcast and we'll be more famous. That's fine. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. Oh, I remember you sent me that, I think. Yeah. I like the actual version of Just Collapse already compared to this. But there's some aspects that are good. I might upload the beta. I don't know quite yet. Because the beta, if you don't know, has multiple sections. So a lot of my older music had like multiple sections, so it has this kind of like groovy weird section here that I really enjoy but did not mix the theme. Yeah. Man, I was trying so hard. I was trying so hard to kind of be like Earthbound, but did not go so well. Oh boy, everyone's going live tonight. I was debating it myself. The main thing for me is I'm only live because I want to keep to a schedule. I was actually feeling super sleepy. I took a nap before Garrett came over, and just I only had like a 30-minute nap. Yeah, I think I enjoyed the release a bit more. Yeah. That's what I thought too. Like, I changed so much from the beta to the alpha, and even the alpha wasn't the final product. So that's what I feel good about. I had a lot of quality assurance. Oh yeah, this one it makes it very acid stuff. If everyone's going live, then the Grey Wonder official podcast starts now. I will bring out that photo. Let me just 1 second. But yeah, this is the beta. Just collapse already. Bam. And then this, we make it small. So, I know it's impressive. But yeah, that is the beta version of Just Collapse already that I think only Crab has ever heard. And now everyone that's listened to this has. I think there's no beta of Where Did the Passion Go, except for a few like 12-second clip. No, it's 43-second clip. Never mind. I'm stupid. Doop. Let's go. Howdy, Angry. How's it going? Oh, we have Small Gray. Exactly. And we'll add something a little bit more to keep Angry around. Oh god, I misspelled it. I have a little bit of something to keep Corbin around for a little bit longer. Just like right here. There we go. Now Corbin has to legally stay. I don't make the rules. I got a 40-second one. Heck. Oh, yeah. Oh, never mind. You have it. Yeah. Currently at work, waiting for 2 hours to painstakingly pass, as there's nothing left for me to do. Oh, gosh. I know that feeling. The library hasn't really had that much for me to do either, other than archival work. So it's very rough. Now Kirby's kind of floating. Let me put him down a little. There we go. Now Angry Wig has to stay. I don't make the rules. The main thing I'm super happy about is seeing everyone now doing their own thing. Like I'm super happy that Crab's starting to stream again and make videos. I'm happy that Frozen's doing so. I'm happy that Loxus is doing so. Even Onyx, and I'm just super happy. Everyone's kind of like doing their own thing and just trying their best to generate a community that is just very positive. That's the awesome part. That's what makes me happy. Because ultimately we do share like an audience, kind of like we all collectively share one. But even if someone doesn't do as well during like an immediate stream, generally the love is still passed over. You know? Oh, I there was a text that Parker wants me to tell you that we won't be more famous. I mean, shoot for the stars, you know? The main thing is, if you can do it, that'd be great. That's what matters. Just do something fun. At the end of the day, you are the foundation. That's fair. So I gotta stop slacking. I have to start doing things again. I definitely enjoy streaming on YouTube more than Twitch. It is so nice to stream on YouTube compared to Twitch. I will just flat out say it. Sure, you don't get the cool features. Kirby! Yeah, Corbin! He's gonna stay now. Yeah, you don't have the really cool features that Twitch have, but you have convenience factor. It could easily be transferable to anything else. It instantly archives, and then not just that, it enters the algorithm. And all you need to know is yes, the platform for Twitch is predominantly people that do want to watch streams, but the problem is they only have a select number of people watching a certain game at any certain point. So as you continuously make more, we're not gonna listen to that again. Let's listen to Learn to Let Go. So if you have 2,000 people watching Dead by Daylight, and 80% of them are going straight to Art Starva or Scott or stuff like that, 20% gets distributed to the lesser streamers comparatively, and you might get 2 people in a stream, you might get 10, but it's all distributed. So that's a really demoralizing part about Twitch, and not just that, you get followers and then subscribers. Well, the problem of subscribing, it's not really that good for the community itself. You can create incentives and other things, but it's really hard to really foster a community. For me personally, not just that, if you want to do something other than streaming, you're kind of having to go to another platform. Like, for example, I can't just release my music on Twitch. I have to do it on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, some other means. Which, by the way, I have tried to get my music on Spotify. It is so hard to do it without a record company or a production company or anything of that sort. I don't know how. You can pay a studio to release it for you, but the problem is it's like a monthly subscription. I don't have the money for that. I have to keep the lights on and the internet on. I don't have like extra money just to pay a record company to like put mine on the down low. It's stupid. I just want to release my music on Spotify so you guys can listen to it on your preferred platform. But nope, can't do it. And the funny part is you have to pay these companies to release your music, and they still get a cut of the profit. All I'm saying is I would be happy to release my music and they get 100% of the profit. I don't care about the profit. I just want to release the music. Just let me do that. I just want to release my music so more people can listen to it. That's all I want. All the features I enjoy, subscribe alert and chat box, I've just figured out how to implement on YouTube, so hopefully that works tonight. You could do that on YouTube too. All you have to do is get certain applications for OBS, and bam. I prefer YouTube for my music anyway. Fair enough. I just know I was going through the comments of my older songs, and a few people, I know Trabos asked for Spotify, but I just couldn't do it. I tried so hard. It annoys me because I'm fine with them keeping 100% profit, but I just don't have the money to actually upload the music, which is fairly stupid if you ask me. There should be a means in which independent artists can release their content. Yep. This song, I Am a Mess. Hear me out, great. You start a record label and then you release your own music. The problem is I have to buy copyrights for all my songs in. And there's so many issues. Like, to get my own record company or label, technically, I have to copyright all my music. To copyright all my music means it automatically go register into YouTube copyright system. And if someone plays my music, they instantly get a copyright strike until I manually tell YouTube no. It's so complicated. It's overcomplicated for no good reason. That's why I just made a video like, download my music. I thought that was just more convenient for everyone. It sucks. It truly does. The thing I really love about this song in particular, I Am a Mess, is I really love the hand drums I did. And the variety of percussion. Like, it's not too fast or anything of the sort. I really love the synthy background too, because it feels more like an emotional song comparatively, which is an emotional song, but it's like one of those ones you find in a video game, like an RPG. Like this part right here. This part makes me feel like a Force at Night. I really like this song. It didn't do as well as the others, but I'm fine with that. I honestly love it. I actually had to update the download page, if I'm not mistaken. I'll do that another day. I will do that another day. So, how was everyone's day? Is this a challenge? It's not a challenge, I swear. It is not a challenge, but I would love to see what you guys can do. Because not just that, you get to tap into that creativity. The Elden Ring playthrough I'm doing with Marcus has been fun, by the way. Heck yeah. I don't know, I need to release part 2 of the Elden Ring series. I really do. Because I really enjoy the Elden Ring series. So far it's just been super fun, really. The problem was I kind of put myself in a little bit of a tight situation. So I recorded part 2, part 3 already. And, but the problem is I kind of decided to stream Elden Ring and killed Margot. And that puts me in an awkward position. So I have to edit a stream like a YouTube video, which means I can't isolate the audio as much, and it makes mastering a lot harder, especially if I want to do certain jokes. So it's rather rough. I am edgelord. Oh dang. By the way, are you super excited for Velkhana to come to Monster Hunter Rise, Corbin? Velkhana should be very fun. What platform is Marcus playing Elden Ring on, by the way? The funny thing is, I usually find 1 or 2 of your songs in my playlist on YouTube. Yeah. The funny part is, a lot of people probably don't really know this, but I listen to primarily my own music. It's not because it's like, oh yeah, I only make the highest quality music. No, I just make things I like to listen to. So, like, in my free time, I just listen to my own music or a few other songs that I really enjoy. Like, currently, I'm in love with Kenshi's soundtrack. Let me think. Beforehand, I was really enjoying Oliver Tree. And, like, quite a few other musical artists. There's going to be someone that clicks on this and they're going to have no context. They're going to see podcast, community talk day, and Kirby. Just Kirby. And you know what? I'm going to do something about Kirby real quick. There we go. He's flipped. Progress. If anyone is on Steam and needs help with any Dark Souls game or Elden Ring, let me know. Nice. Crab is really good at Dark Souls, I will say that. I am good at Dark Souls. I'm trying my best to get good at Elden Ring, but it definitely plays super fun like, but it's I know I kind of I got a beeline for where I was supposed to go instead of exploring the world. Which I really shouldn't have done that. I should have just took my time with Elden Ring instead of going straight for Margot. But, that's how it be. That's how it be. The funny part is, I have mixed feelings about Good Vibes. It is the first song, and thus it holds a very dear place in my heart. But it's also the most simplistic of my songs. But that's not a bad thing either. I've been playing Souls games since Dark Souls 3 came out. Heck yeah. I played ever since it was on the so Xbox Live Gold used to get free games, and one of the games was Dark Souls while I was still in like middle school, and I've been playing the game since. I have played Dark Souls original, but I never had the DLC. So I bought the Switch version, and I definitely want to do a Switch playthrough of Dark Souls 1 just so I could go through the DLC. Because Artorias is really good, and I just want to suffer through Magnus, you know? But ever since I played like Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and a whole bunch of other things, and man, Bloodborne was amazing. I loved Bloodborne. I also loved Dark Souls 3. It was super fantastic. Yeah, simplicity can be wonderful. It is indeed. It's just meant to make you feel good. I feel like the simplicity is good. Yep. Let's see here. And in response of your earlier question, my day has been interesting. Record the first episode of Outlast 2, saved another bird, and overall had a relaxing day. So this may be a controversial opinion, but I actually kind of like Outlast 2 more than Outlast 1. So my rationality as to why I like Outlast 2 more than Outlast 1, and this is not a shocker. Please don't spoil Bloodborne. I will not. No worries. I just think I said I liked it. So the main thing is Outlast 2 has the psychological horror aspect that I really enjoy. And it doesn't have that in Outlast 1 unless you play the Whistleblower DLC. And even then, it's more like body horror, where like you get things chopped off and stuff like that. But Outlast 2 just makes you feel uncomfortable. I love the psychological horror aspect and a few other things. The only thing that I do not like is some of the pacing, but that's fine. Outlast 1 had that issue. I wouldn't expect much different. Magnus is the boss that still kicks my teeth in to this day. Yeah, sounds about right. Also did some more research into Rob Doveridae. I don't know how to pronounce that. Let me just copy and paste this and figure out what the heck that is, because I certainly do not know what that is. Rhabdoviridae is a family of negative strand RNA viruses in the order of negavirals. Vertebrates, including mammals and humans, invertebrates, plants, fungi, protozoans, serve as natural hosts. Disease is associated with member viruses, including rabies, encephalitis, caused by the rabies. Ah! Neat. I wonder, why were you looking up rabies? Rhabdoviridae. Okay. I made it a little too complicated. Next song, I bet, is Take a Load Off. Help. What are you going to be uploading if you do a YouTube channel or podcast? I want to see if I'm actually correct. Is it going to be Take a Load Off? I probably should. There we go. It goes down into Lisa virus, which goes into the rabies virus. What is your house's weakness? I need to know what kind of termites to buy. Well, you see here, this is a cement wall. So no matter what termites you buy, I at least have one wall. My desk, you can defeat it. My cabinet, you can also defeat it. My other cabinet, it's already collapsed. It's already dead. That was actually something funny that happened the other night. My pantry cabinet basically just fell apart. In like 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought I was being robbed, but I didn't hear the door open. I was like, you know what? If I'm getting robbed right now, I'm not getting out of bed. They can take whatever's in the living room because there's nothing in the living room worth of value. So I'd load them full of thermite and blow them to blow up the wall. In order to blow up that wall. I mean, you could do that. You need thermites with drills and such. Obligatory hick. Yeah. I mean, the thermite can do it. My problem is, why do you want to make me homeless, Corbin? I thought we were friends. By the way, I was right. I was right. It was taking a load off. But yeah, I thought I was being robbed, and I just didn't get up. Because if someone was robbing me in this place, they probably did more than I do. Oh, I see Frozen currently on OBS opening up Skyrim. I think I know. Here's some insider trading here. I think he's about to play Skyrim and stream it. Just saying. Might be a possibility. I need to train my thermites to take out some government buildings. Okay, Dal, calm down here. If you really want to train them, I know a few places that you can go to. And it's not that far from Glenville. I swear. There's much better buildings to train them. Just saying. Just saying. But one of the sad things was I woke up the next morning and I just saw my pantry cabinet just like all of my cans and macaroni and cheese just on the floor. I was sad because I had to pick all that up. And the funny part is, it just happened without me even touching the cabinet. That's the best part. It just happened in the middle of the night. It was so sad. Hey, Onyx, how are you? We have Kirby here. And music. So, I'm very proud of this song, by the way, because I was using Cliptunes. Anyways, have you seen the cool Pokemon ROM hack that lets you fuse 2 Pokemon together? That's called Digimon. And Persona. And something else. I can't remember the third thing. But a Pokemon ROM hack that allows you to fuse 2 Pokemon. That could be kind of cool. I think that would be kind of cool. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm just chilling too. I just been going over my day so far. You know? No, it's different. Send me a link to that ROM hack, if you don't mind, Corbin. But I was super proud of wanting to restart, because it was chiptunes, and then I made it sound like a menu song, and then after you click through the menu, you go to your continue new game screen and stuff like that. You can fuse Haxorus and Aegislash, and the Aegislash becomes an axe with a Viking shield. That's actually pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. Doing stickers and drawing profiles for me, myself, and I. Wait, did that censor me? I don't think so. I don't think so. It just shows like a laughing face. Was there something else? All I know is I have to get back into drawing. I want to draw some thumbnails, but I haven't had the time. I'm waiting for us to get done with a few things before I start doing hardcore drawing. Because I want to draw the thumbnails for Quid Sit Vivere and Jokes on You, and then Where Did the Passion Go? But I think Where Did the Passion Go already has a good thumbnail. I draw 24/7. Sounds about right. I don't know. I want to draw more. I got a brand new drawing tablet. I just don't. If I can find the link, sure. Okay, that sounds great. Angry as if Ted Kaczynski was an entomologist. Oh gosh. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it didn't. Before it only showed an emoji. Oh, okay. One of my favorite parts about making thumbnails is just the creativity that goes in it. Because when I used to draw thumbnails and just made custom thumbnails and stuff like that, I put a lot of creativity and fun into it. Like I literally the Terraria thumbnail that I made with Crab, that one I just put a lot of creativity into. I really enjoyed, but I drew it all on my phone. So if it's not like, oh, that was a terrible drawing, yeah, it was on my phone. I had such a small screen. Missed phone calls. Travis, hi, how are you? By the way, I have a question. What would you upload if you started making content? Thought they censored Ted's name. I mean, it would make sense, I guess. That's fair. Welcome back. So, now I have access to an actual drawing tablet and stuff like that. I just don't have time to make art. It's sad. I thought about remaking the channel logo and a few other things. Missed phone calls. Yep. I still enjoy this song. I still listen to it every now and then. There are a few songs I listen to while I'm at work. It's this song, Quid Sit Vivere, Jokes on You, Jokes on Me, Just Collapse Already, and Surface Value. I mean, I draw, but it's $5 an hour, but the first one is free. I might do that in the future, but I don't know. I gotta keep the lights on and the internet up. Me and Parker will probably just talk about stuff. I don't know if we want to just do it for fun. I mean, just do it for fun. That's the best way of going about it. You could talk about the Dark Souls bosses that would be great at cooking. I send one meme. I'll do that, thanks. This song was rough to make. I'm just saying. Oh no! I know you're just saying. I'm just also saying. Oh yeah, imagine the Capra Demon making some spaghetti. That's what I said. That's what I said. Not the spaghetti part, but Capra Demon being a good cook. Because man, does he do a really good job of just cutting things cleanly, you know? And he has like 2 dogs to scarf it down. He has to feed those dogs. He must be a good cook. Argument valid. I will send any meme into the atmosphere if it means I get to focus on anything else. Dang. Oh no, the song that really helped me to make more psychological horror stuff was Sleepless Night Away. Sleepless Night Away definitely opened the door for me to actually express myself. Because I originally planned to have it without the sleep paralysis. And I added the sleep paralysis because that's how I truly felt. But afterwards, everyone seemed to enjoy only the sleep paralysis version, so I just kept it up as the true version. And now I do good old missing phone calls and behind closed doors like nobody's business. My Ko-fi is still open in case I need to beg any of my friends for money. Oh gosh. SNA is pretty nice. SNA. I have to look at what SNA is just in case. So yeah, Sleepless Night Away. Yep. Imagine Magnus just mashing potatoes. Dude, if he can mash my entire body into a puddle, I think he would be pretty good at potatoes. I'm not gonna lie. Just imagine him tenderizing a steak. He'll probably be amazing at that. He'll cook it with just one, like, slap. You want to listen to Sleepless Night Away now? We can do that after this song. One of the things I really enjoy about Missed Phone Calls is after it does get scary, the song is not the same. You can still hear the unstable aspect of the song after the scary part. So it becomes rather apparent that not everything's the same. That's one of the things I really enjoy. Fun fact, Ray, you know the giant hand baby things in Dark Souls 3? Yeah, by the one underground area that has poison. Yeah, I remember that. They kill you like super quick and just, you know, hate your existence. They're like, you exist, thus you have to die. I'll go ahead and do Sleepless Night Away right now. Oh, I think I might have actually played the beta of Wanting to Restart now that I look at it. That's funny. Oh, I was just clarifying what SNA is. Yep. I love that Kirby's just dancing. Was idle, but dancing. Let's see here. Sleepless Night Away. Yep. They're modeled after Magnus's hand. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I hate those things. I hate those things. I imagine Magnus I'm not gonna like either, am I? Bye, Onyx. Sorry I just now said it. Bye. I don't know, like... There is only one thing I do not like about Sleepless Night Away. And it is rather simple of a issue that I at the time did not know how to do. The audio peaks sometimes, and if I mastered it properly it would not be doing that, but I didn't think about it at the time. That's my only issue with Sleepless Night Away. Other than that, I was very proud that I did very realistic strings in the background. I was very happy about that. Or Manus' hand? Yeah. No, I haven't fought him yet. I mentioned that I got Dark Souls for the Xbox 360, but I didn't have any of the DLC. So I bought the Switch version, but I haven't really played the Switch version because I thought about just recording it. I have not got to fight the DLC bosses for Dark Souls 1. Why does Pontiff have so many hand creatures? That is a very good question. What's my dude's obsession with good old hands? The funny part is, one of my friends, Vincent, told me this sounded like Terraria, like when it was going through the sleep paralysis portion. I was like, I could totally see that. But it's actually purely coincidental. There we go. Like, Pontiff is just very weird. You know? He's just very weird. Oh, I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do tomorrow. Goodness gracious, I'm gonna have a lot to do tomorrow. I'm thinking about all the things I have to do tomorrow. I don't have them like set in stone either, so it's a lot of just like figuring out as I go. Also, how do I convince people to do the Frenzy Flame ending for Elden Ring? Not asking for any particular reasons. I mean, make sure they just don't know any better. Lever Somersault. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. I was very surprised Lever Somersault did not do that well. On the channel, I thought it was gonna do a lot better. Pontiff Sullivan is a coward and a liar. Yeah. Until he kills you, then he's not much of a coward, but he is a liar. So Lever Somersault, I thought was gonna be super popular, but it did not do that well. I thought it was gonna be very popular. Plus, it's just a very nice song. I enjoy. Because I modeled it after, would a coward use 2 swords? Would a coward make an illusion of himself with also 2 swords? Yes. Bro practically dances with that ultra great sword, yeah. I enjoy it. I like how swingy it is. Yep. I wanted to make it sound very swingy. The idea is that it bounces. The song itself is meant to seem bouncy, just like a trampoline. You have your ups and you have your downs, and everything could be great and everything could be terrible all at the same time, but you make it through it. And then you get to this part where it's meant to symbolize an argument. I did a really good job. You're just jealous Pontiff has stand 0 power. Or stando power, there we go. Yeah, he does have a stand. He does have a stand. But can he freeze time? It's Summer Solajig. Yep. That's right. Yeah, but he also dethroned Yorshka. Had her locked up in a tower and then made all the Knights monsters via his rings. Kind of based, not gonna lie. What's based? I sounded akin to a child there. No worries. So, this song is about relationships, but it didn't do that well. But I made it sound as realistic to a relationship as possible. Where, you have these, like, a big argument and then you have bickering afterwards, but it's not that bad. I'd be worshipping the worst figures in known gaming history, but not to become them, but to know the bar to become even worse. Dang. Dang. One of the songs that took the longest to make is the next one. And it wasn't because it's super difficult. It was just super hard to get everything mastered and balanced. Which was Who Has Time for Tears. It was very hard just for the simple fact that I didn't know how to balance everything. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Dang. Dang. For legal reasons, this is a joke. We'll listen to Surface Value. Oh, you want to listen to Surface Value? We can. Let us go and do that. So, okay. Surface Value, this beginning part with the hand drums, I wanted to sound kind of like Resident Evil 5's menu, but I wanted to do something a little bit more different. I wanted it to sound underwater, which it makes me feel great that I actually accomplished that. What, relationships? Yeah, I guess you could call me a pro at that. Winks at camera. I don't know, like, I wouldn't consider myself like a perfect person in a relationship, but I at least try my best. I try my best. I remember when I first started my relationship, I won't say my my girlfriend's name, except for like when I just don't think about it. But it's really hard to really find out who she is, so that's the good part. When we first started dating, I didn't have money for Valentine's Day. And I only had like $20 to my name. I spent all $20 on her. And I did like arts and crafts things. And went and made it for her and stuff like that. And she loved it. Sometimes it's not about the money that you like splurge into something. It's more about how much effort you put into the gift. I never did a video explaining the meaning behind this. Would you guys like me to do an explanation of surface value on this stream here now? Because I can certainly do so. America's Sweetheart Grey Wonder XD. Fun fact, surface value has reigned supreme with a whopping 258 views. Yeah, surface value will always be probably one of my greatest songs. Because I put so much into it. Wowza, keep being a gentleman, Gray. Yeah, yes, dog. So you guys want me to do an explanation? I remember the explanation you gave me, but I kind of kept it a little general. I can go over some more specifics. Live from Grey Wonder himself? Yeah. So, I'll go and restart the song. So, this beginning part is meant to sound very surreal, but it's meant to be contemplating. So, the entire time, it's just very slow, methodical, stuff like that. So, the inspiration of this song comes from Silent Hill 2's Water ending, where James essentially talks to his wife, who's currently on her deathbed, and he basically talks about, or has a conversation with her, that he felt so terrible for her, and that's why he killed her. And then he immediately retracts that, like, no, that wasn't the truth. You ruined my life, and I just wanted it back. But I truly did love you. Like, all sorts of things. And then Mary dies again. And he picks up Mary, and it fades to black as you hear a car engine go off. And suddenly you start hearing how he is about to be reunited with his wife. He drives off the side of the road and goes into the lake, ultimately killing himself. So this is probably the darkest method in which I've ever made a song. I put myself in the headspace of someone that's about to commit suicide and ultimately went through the emotions of someone already trapped with the decision. So the first part is contemplating, methodical, and now you get to this part, which is more like, hey, you tried your best, you know? But I kind of made it a little insincere. I'm explaining surface value right now, Corbin. I made it a little insincere because eventually you get to the claps, like, the claps are meant to be how a person views themselves being pushed to this point. Like, oh, the world will be a happier place without me, or I can't wait to be with my love, and stuff like that. How someone could be pushed to that point and how they generally isolate themselves from it. So they're starting to think about the rewards of going through with it. So this part of the song sounds happy, but you can tell there's a darker undertone because of how I did the kalimba in the background. And then it starts getting darker and then bam, aggressive with a percussion soundtrack. So the idea is you went through with it and now you're trapped. And it's the instant regret that you're now just in the vehicle with limited oxygen. You can't just kick open the window or the door or anything like that. So, what happens is now you're freaking out because you now want to get back to safety. Why is the bitrate going sporadic? Hold up. I might have to remove Kirby for a second. Oh no, it removed. Well, that's what I get. I tried to remove Kirby. Kirby's just too powerful. So the idea is the frantic wanting to fix everything before it's too late, but it's already too late. So you're in deep. And Gray has been eaten by Kirby, indeed. I was trying to fix the frame rate. You're already stuck, and then you're freaking out, and you're basically bashing yourself as you feel every single instant regret. And why did I do this and everything else. There is a particular poem from BoJack Horseman that I really enjoyed, and it was The View from Halfway Down, which kind of captures this emotion of the instant regret, immediate aggression towards oneself, and everything of the sort. Gray's temporary, Kirby's eternal, yeah. Until Gray snaps Kirby out of existence and comes back. But joking aside, after that is this. Nothing. Slowly it fades into a heartbeat, and a few other things. And the idea is the permanent consequence of a short-term solution. Suicide is very powerful. It can take a life. Sometimes we don't feel like life is worth it, and why do we live? But what we don't think about is how permanent that situation is. As you lose oxygen, you are now stuck. And what I wanted to capture was the peacefulness of death as you slowly pass away due to asphyxiation. Because in the background you hear the heartbeat, as it's very calm and collective and stuff like that. And one of the things I wanted to capture was the how fragile life is. So that's the meaning of surface value. It's about getting into the mindset of suicide and trying to rationalize why people would do it. And how would they feel in the moment? That's the explanation of surface value. It's a lot harder to talk about because even now I still feel an extreme emotional connection to it. Because even though I made this like a long time ago, I still feel I still feel a massive emotional connection to this because this was 2 months of being in this headspace. And to put simply, this is not just simplistically a 2-month grace period. This is any time I felt like life is meaningless or anything of the sort. There are moments of weakness in this song. And it's more or less allows me to figure out a perspective of showing how valuable life is. Through characters like James Sunderland, we can figure out why people drive themselves to do it, no pun intended, or characters from BoJack Horseman that struggle with those type of terrible thoughts. So when I made it, I wanted it to sound underwater because that was the method in which James Sunderland died. But I also thought of how peaceful it seems. Because from the surface, water looks calm, but there could be a very powerful torrent of water that could easily sweep you off your feet and take you under. And I kind of wanted to show, even through the most happiest people, we all have that dark thought process. We all have this vulnerability. We all have this sort of thing that we're ashamed of. But I kind of put it out there, which is kind of like therapeutic in a way. Another aspect is I felt like a lot of people didn't really know me, if that makes sense. People knew me, but they didn't know me. Like, only recently I've truly, like, talked to people about issues and life events and, like, a whole bunch of other things. But I never really, like, delved into what I struggle with or various other things. So it is a personification of struggling on expressing oneself when there's a lot going on. But it's also the personification of suicide, the fragility of life, and just capturing those raw emotions. And I think that's why it's probably the most popular song that I will make in a very long time. I mean, like, the closest, like, the second place is Just Collapse Already, and that was a really good song too, that I put a lot of emotion into. So yeah, that any questions? Like, any questions about surface value or anything of the sort? Let me download the actual version of Just Collapse Already. Let me find it. I think this might be it. I know it's based on Silent Hill 2, but you could connect it to The View from Halfway Down as well, because Secretariat jumped off a bridge into water as well, and I think that's cool. It was one of those things where I originally based it off Silent Hill 2's like water ending, but midway through I started to research media on that actually respectively puts suicide on, like, in a more mature manner. And the view from Halfway Down. I watched an entire analysis on BoJack Horseman, and it does a very excellent job of showcasing mental illness and quite a few other things, but also really shows how we can be terrible to friends, and sometimes they'll stick with us, sometimes they don't, and that's ultimately okay. Because they're entitled to not forgive you. They can forget about things, but they're not entitled to forgive. But another theme is life. Life can be short, it could be long, it could be terrible, it could be great. And wanted to try and capture that within a single song. So And it kind of worked with the theme too, because he did jump off into off a bridge into water. Apologies, but I got to get ready for my stream. A lot of interesting discussions were held here today. For me, my ranking is Surface Value 1, Missed Phone Calls 2, and Just Claps already number 3. That is a fair thing. All I know is Surface Value is definitely the song that a lot of people enjoy. And I doubt any song will outdo it anytime soon. Just Claps already kind of had like a good running, but I don't think a lot of people listen to it anymore. I'm trying to get the version that I want to listen to. The actual Just Claps already. Oh, So that is the entire explanation of Surface Value. Not a lot of people truly know how this song is meant to feel or meant to represent and stuff like that, because it's a lot harder to talk about those subjects. Honestly, this video or the stream might go against community guidelines, just for the simple fact that this song does delve into those topics. You know? Okay, let's see if... Let's see if this one... Is this... Gosh darn it, let me... I should have labeled which ones were the beta version and which one wasn't. But I didn't have foresight. There we go. Here's Just Claps already. But it's very hard to have those conversations here on YouTube. Because typically what happens is YouTube will do a community strike against it, or they will take a few clips out of context, or make it seem as if, like, some people they could easily just be like, oh, he's just trying to do this or that, where I'm just trying to be genuine. I gotta get back to work for the last hour of my shift. Enjoy the streaming. Thank you so much. How long will you be streaming? Just curious. I will be streaming... Actually, the stream ends now, but I'll finish out Just Claps already. I'll finish out Just Claps already, and then we'll be done for the night. Did you have to get off too, Trabos? Oh, okay. I might pop on to Frozen's and Crab stream. Don't know quite yet. I could get ahead of my homework, but I don't really feel like doing that. I kind of want to relax. No, but I have to prepare to sleep soon. Goodness, my nose is suddenly now stuffy. I went the whole stream without having to sniffle or anything. But now I have to. Goodness. I've been out of school for 5 days. I haven't done any of my work. I don't really care anymore. Why you been out for 5 days? Why you been out for 5 days, Trabos? Thank you. Thank you for the bless you. Whew. Hopefully you're not too sick or anything. My dad was in the hospital for reasons. Ah. That's fair. Just make sure you don't fall behind, though. It's pretty rough to play the catch-up game. You know? It's always a good idea to still keep up with your studies, even though it's not as fun. Because it gives you only more options with what you want to do in life, you know? I'm staying at my grandparents until he gets better. Ah. Fair enough. Oh no, the stream is lagging again. Oh no! Yeah, but I'll either do my work and pass, or just barely pass and not care. Just make sure you learn. I don't really care about your grades, but some institutions will. Just make sure you learn what you're doing. If you're just content with passing, at least learn. Because there are a few helpful skills. Like even a subject you don't like, there's always something useful. No, yeah. I mean, like, heck, I originally was not going into mathematics education. I was originally going to the nursing field. But we had someone that was essentially a blacklisted nurse have to teach a class because the old teacher that I did extremely well with, I literally had 110% in the class. She went back to get her master's in education, and then we had someone that was a blacklisted nurse come in who didn't have a teaching certification and had her license revoked. And she was trusted to teach the class, and she gave formal homework. And I'll be honest with you, I'm dyslexic. And she gave me a word search in that packet. I told her I couldn't do it. And she's like, surely you can. I'm like, no, I'm dyslexic. And I failed. I failed. She when it came to PPE, she gave me like the smallest gloves she could. And like the smallest things. I'm a pretty big dude, and they ripped. I would fail those too. She was just not very. She did not like me. I will say that. Oh gosh, not the word search exactly. And because I failed that class, I couldn't continue with nursing. So I had not that many options because I didn't really take school serious. And now last minute I had to make a lot of drastic choices. What was I going to do for the rest of my life? The good thing was I still took advanced math courses and had the parameters for education in terms of my career concentration. So I went ahead and just did math education because I was really good at tutoring other students. but I just didn't turn in homework. That's too bad. Sorry, man. It's actually turned out to be a good thing, because the main thing is it kind of motivated me to be a person more invested in my students' like aspirations, right? Like, I want to be an artist. That's great. Think about how you become an artist, but also make sure you diversify what you're doing. So if the artist thing doesn't work out, you can still have another job and you can keep alive, you know? Um, Stuff like that. Um, but it kind of shows how much a terrible teacher can impact a student's career decisions in life. It really shows. So I want to be a good teacher that impacts my students for the best. The best way to do so is just learn. It's so easy. That's the that's the end all be all. How much did you learn? It doesn't matter your grades really, because most colleges are not going to look at that. I want to be a therapist or something with mental health. That might be a good idea. You can go into behavioral science and stuff like that. But you could always look into those subjects as you're still in school. And you can apply the vast majority of subjects to that one subject. For example, the history of mental health, how how mentally straining it is to do math. You can write research papers, stuff like that. There's so many things you can do that links to mental health, and you can focus on that with each subject. So just make sure you don't shirk on your responsibilities in terms of academics, because you never know how much you're going to need that at the end. It matters more that you learn than your grades. I freaking hate math. Everyone does, man. Everyone does. Just trust me. I've talked to a bunch of high school students before. Um, Heck, I was in high school too. Everyone hates math, but it is necessary. It's just like medicine. It's bitter. It sucks, but hey, it makes you better. Yeah, I get that. I guess. Just make sure you at least take that into consideration. Put some effort, but you don't have to put a lot. Okay. Just make sure you learn. That's the moral of the story. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I might take a nap. I might just log on to Frozen stream and then Crab stream. I don't know quite yet. I hope you guys have a fantastic time. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Okay, thanks, Gray. You're welcome.